Salt Lake City. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Utah Utes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Rice-Eccles Stadium is nestled at the bottom of the Wasatch Mountains. This is a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Buffaloes ready to kick it away first. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they swarm him under.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Utes will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the winner.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The run inside. It's Welsh. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Throwing. Lewis. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Lewis. Under fire. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Runs through a tackle. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Buffaloes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Lewis to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Running inside, it's Welch. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And defense is about being great in the great situations on the third downs. Goal line situations like this, when you need to get a few stops, putting a few stops together, even though you gave up a long drive to get down there.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get in. Oh, it's blocked. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's fine.
There he goes to the left. The Utes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. On the ground with the counter. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, you know, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
And the Utes will have it first and 10. To throw, it's Dampier. A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers for some.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing, Lewis. Fires left. Makes a connection. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welsh. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Lewis wants to pass. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer.
Grabs it.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Welch. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Colorado.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Handoff for Parker. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that 1st down marker. 4th down coming up. The Utes send out the punt unit. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's the Cowboys on top right now as they look to move to 6-2. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from this group, and yet here they are. very much in the mix in their lead. Here now, some other games you may have enjoyed. And social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive. There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back.
Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bucs! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. To the air, it's Dampier. He's got him. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Utes can really attack on this second and short. Here's a gift to Parker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Parker again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he...
Going to take a shot. Got it down the field. Touchdown, Utah! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The last drive in the end zone, they'll try to follow suit here. Release to the back. They're working that left side. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. But the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Lewis makes the grab on the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
From the red zone, it's Welch. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a...
Makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Buffaloes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And don't look now, but we've got an upset brewing in the top 25. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man, it's Dampier. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Using his feet, they'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Here's Lewis to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pulls it in. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Welch. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blown to run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
The Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up end. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
I got to be honest, I was surprised they even jogged their punt team out there because you're in no man's land in your opponent's territory. Just let your offense see if they can pick it up. But obviously, these special teams coaches are making good money now because they're pretty smart guys. That was a good-looking play, and the drive stays alive.
Maybe a crease. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here. Turning it on. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll run the counter. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Utes want to move quickly.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Utes! The Utes punch them right back.
I often say the best offenses in college football are the ones that can run the football down in the red zone, but it's not just conventional runs. It's getting the reverse going as well. Why not get one of your best playmakers the football here in the green area and let him go? Nice job getting the pitch, using his speed, scoring a touchdown.
He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Plucks it out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside, it's Young. Hard-hitting tackle. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's Lewis. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Here's Wayshawn one more time. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Here's Parker. Looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Wayshawn Parker. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. The Buffs now use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Utah! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Stepping to the right. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. timeout. They'll have one left. Now the Brain Trust will go to work on both sidelines. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating. And you know they want to push the ball down the field. But a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field. Play great defense all across the board.
Lewis to throw. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Good execution by this offense. Now we need to rush, but not be in a hurry. Still got some time left. Got to move the football a long way down the field, though.
And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Quick strike complete. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got his man on the outside. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Trying to get through the noise. It's Lewis. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trying to do it on the ground. He stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense.
Well, it's a moment in the game offensively where you like to think you can just run the football and that down and distance to stay on the field, but David, the defense wasn't having it. They completely bowed up front. Physical, and they dominated in that play. Absolutely nowhere for that guy to go, and this offense is going to walk out of here with the out.
And maybe you thought you could catch him off guard by running the football. You got to get this first down to extend the drive, to stay in the game. But the defense was not fooled. They were absolutely ready, in position, secure, strong, physical tackle in a big-time moment to get the W.